Day to you all out there in the internet. We have friends joining us today on Facebook, on YouTube, on Twitter, and at our website at omniumcircus.org. We are so happy to share part of our World Circus Day with you. My name is Polly. I have brown hair, dark brown hair pulled back into a bun. And I'm wearing a purple Omnium shirt with our logo on it. It's got orange and yellow tint. I have light toned skin and brown eyes, and I am so excited to be here with you today. And next I'm going to introduce the founder of Omnium Circus, Lisa Lewis.
Hello, everybody. My name is Lisa Lewis, and I'm the founder and executive director of Omnium, a bold new circus. I have medium-toned Caucasian skin, dark brown hair down to my shoulders, red frame glasses, and red sparkly lipstick. I am also wearing my purple Omnium t-shirt and sitting in front of a wall that is coated in Omnium posters and masks and designs and reviews and paraphernalia. So thank you, all of you, for joining, and welcome to World Circus Day. So why World Circus Day? Because the circus is a uniquely iconic form of entertainment with universal appeal. It's a World Circus Day. All of us together can celebrate the joy and the wonder that is the circus. In 1878, James Bailey introduced the electric light through the circus. In 1896, P.T. Barnum introduced the horseless carriage at the circus. And in 2020, Circus Omnium is bringing circus. I have medium-toned Caucasian skin, dark brown hair down to my shoulders. Internet freeze. It's alive. Hold on just a second. Thank you all for being patient. Are we good?
We're good. And
Okay.
Brandon, I would like to introduce yourself as well.
Sorry about that. This is Brandon. Brandon is both a character in our show. He plays the poet in our show. Today, he is honoring us with his gifts of interpretation and being himself.
Hi, everybody. I'm Brandon. I play the poet, and I'm in college right now. Simultaneous communication. Just to kind of describe myself really briefly, I am a Black man with medium, like chocolate caramel skin, with like hazel brown eyes. I have locks that are down to my shoulders. And I'm wearing a purple Omnium shirt, and I'm in my office right now, interpreting with you. Thank you so much.
And we do want to let everyone know, if you are watching us live, please go ahead and comment and ask questions. Some of our other company members who couldn't join us in the stream will be commenting along. If you're one of our company members or our board members in the comments, go ahead and introduce yourselves. And one lucky commenter we're going to look through, and someone is going to win a box of circus swag today for World Circus Day. So please get in there. We are going to be taking some questions from the audience as we go. We're going to bring in some of our company members. So if you have any questions about Omnium, about our process, about the wonderful people who make up Omnium, go ahead and put those in the chat, and we will be getting to those a little bit later. And we are live. This is happening right now in front of you. And we're going to get straight into it. So Lisa, what is Circus Omnium?
So Circus Omnium, Holly, I'm just forwarding you an email. We have our amazing ringmaster is trying to get in and join us, and I just forwarded you his email. It's alive.
This is really live.
So Circus Omnium was born out of necessity. I told you, World Circus. Circus is about the world. It's about including all people in the joy and the wonder and the spectacle and the brilliance of that is the celebration of the potential of the human spirit. But in our world, not everyone was able to have access to it. If you had a vision, if you were blind or vision impaired, you could only come on a certain day when there was audio description. Or if you were deaf, you could only come on a certain day when there happened to be an American Sign Language interpreter. If you have autism or are on the autism spectrum, you could only come on certain days where your sensory needs were seen to and accommodated. At Omnium, our goal is to provide complete access for all people all the time, both for our audiences and complete inclusion among our entire company members. We all deserve and need the joy and the wonder and the incredible inspiration that comes from seeing the vast potential of the human spirit of all human forms. So over the next 40 minutes or so of our live, we're going to explain to you a couple of the ways that we are inclusive and that we do welcome everybody to our show at all times, currently virtually and soon to be live. You'll hear about that later in the broadcast. One of my favorite quotes from our founding board member and our ringmaster, Mr. Jonathan Lee Iverson, who says, "We are all born diverse. We choose inclusion." And at Omnium, we have definitely chosen inclusion, and we welcome all of you to our show.
Excellent. And we are getting some comments coming in. And we have some friends joining us. One of our great dear friends, Brian Velasquez, is with us in the comments. Good to see you, Brian. And Alyssa and Elira are here, who are also part of some of our exciting future things that we have coming down the way, calling in or joining us from Queens. And members of the Espana family are joining us in the chat. So the whole family is here today. It's so exciting. Omnium, just as Lisa was saying, Omnium means of all and belonging to all, and that is what we aim to create here today. And part of that is how we adapt our shows and bring them together. So I'm going to welcome our friend Carl to come join us. And Carl is going to tell us about one of the features that we are able to offer at Omnium, both virtually and eventually live, which is audio description. Welcome,
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Polly, and everyone else. As you're hearing, there's an echo, so I hope that it still maintains clear. Anyway, my name is Carl Anthony Trayman. I have curly, sandy hair with a black cap on it, hazel eyes. I have a creamy skin, I'd say, and a bright blue button-down shirt. I am so proud and honored to be part of Omnium. This is such an amazing experience, and thank you to Lisa for the amazing things you've created here. So audio description, that's my first love. Audio description, what is it? It's a spoken narrative that conveys information about all of the visual aspects of an action or an image, including environment, colors and hues, movement, and even expressions, with the goal of forming a 3D mental representation in the listener, creating as close as possible an equal experience as that of an observing spectator. So we use all these key phrases and words that just illuminate the images and actions in front of you so that everyone can enjoy simultaneously the same things. And that being said, we have talk about a visual experience. I'd like to introduce the first act. May I go ahead and do so? Yes. Okay. Well, there is a family that is quite legendary in the circus world and elsewhere. It is the Espana family. And the first performer, Noemi Espana, has been in the circus world since birth. Just doing amazing things. And this amazing thing is with hula hoops, but these are not the hula hoops you and I are used to. Just you wait. And they're performing at home in their winter quarters. No, that is not an enchanted forest, although it looks like it. I want to be there. This is their winter quarters at home. So please, I am proud to present Noemi España. Noemi is holding hula hoops above her head and at her sides while she spins a hula hoop at her knees and her thighs. She is now turning 360 degrees over and over and continues to spin. She is holding hula hoops above her head. She is holding one out to her right side while spinning one at her knee. She's holding one leg high up in the air and puts another hula hoop on her ankle as it spins. She is now spinning all of the hula hoops, many hula hoops at the same time, at her wrists, ankles, feet, all over her body. They're going faster and faster. She's now holding hula hoops above and behind her body. She is smiling and waving, and she is spinning the hula hoops around her body. She threw them down to the ground. She now does 2 turns, and she comes to the front right near us and picks up one hula hoop with her foot and is holding it above her head and spinning it on her wrist. She is spinning another hula hoop at her waist and spinning it at her neck. She is holding it up. She is now spinning another one at her waist and rising to her neck, and now they're all spinning at her wrist above her head. She is spinning more at her waist. Another one comes up to her neck. One at a time, she is spinning a hula hoop from her ankles to her waist. Another one's at her waist now. They're all spinning. Another one's at her waist. So now there's 2 or 3 at her waist, and there's another one coming up at her ankles. And the others are all at her top of her head, on her wrist. She is spinning at her knees, her waist, her neck, her wrists above her head. They're all spinning at the same time while she smiles and turns. She drops them down and holds her arms high as she smiles. She now picks them all up again, waves her hand, and waves goodbye and runs off. Yay, Noemi!
That was wonderful. If you are enjoying your opportunity to get to see this once in a lifetime live experience with Omnium, we do invite you to go to omniumcircus.org/donate and make a donation today. We are a not-for-profit. We cannot do this work without you. We have our virtual show running right now, and 30% of the people in our audience cannot afford to buy their tickets. So when you make a donation, it allows us to help bring the circus to the people who really need that joy right now. So we are so happy to be here with you today. If you're having a good time, go ahead and go on over to omniumcircus.org/donate. Maybe you want to donate the price of a ticket, $25, and that way we know that more families, more children can have the joy of circus together. And with that, we have some exciting things coming with our virtual experience. Lisa?
Great. Well, thank you all and welcome. And I thank to all our viewers for being patient with us. This is a live. So thank you for your patience with us as we face all of the challenges in a live, in bringing to you a fully inclusive live. If anybody's ever tried to do anything on the internet, you know that all the access channels are not seamless. So I thank you for your patience on that. So as you can tell, Omnium, our goal is to bring the circus to all people at all the times. We were created during the pandemic as a virtual production because we wanted to show you what is the potential of how we can include everyone in the production on both sides of the ring, both audiences and performers. We are in the process of remixing and remastering as time has gone along, and you all have been kind and generous enough to come and view the show, to see the show, to donate money. We are adding in 2 incredible new performers, Sinead Booth, whom you'll hear from in a moment, and the King Charles Troupe, a New York City icon. In 1969, they were the very first all-Black circus act in the history of American circus, and we are honored and delighted to have them join Team Omnium. We will also be adding a channel for Spanish language, so we'll have Spanish captioning as well as a dub in Spanish. When you see our show, if you haven't already, you will know that you have 4 choices of access so that you can choose the one that is most comfortable for you and no one in your family gets left behind. So that is what's coming up next. And as we get into the question and answer, I'll be happy to answer any and all questions that you all may have.
And we've just brought Mark in, who is our director. And Mark, would you go ahead and introduce yourself?
Absolutely. It's so great to see you all. Thank you, Polly. Thank you, Lisa. Thank you, Brandon. Thank you to the Españas. Amazing. I am Mark Lonergan. I am the director of the usual live experience of Omnium. I've also been directing the virtual experience of Omnium with many, many, many people helping. I have light skin. I have charcoal colored hair, and I am not wearing glasses, but I do have, very proudly, my purple Omnium shirt on today in support of Omnium and World Circus Day. Omnium has been a very special place for me, and I know for also all of the artists, all of the board members, all of the people who've made this possible. And today, the message I really wanted to send is I love to think about the people involved in Omnium as superheroes. I really, truly think they are superhuman. They are extraordinary. Not just the artists you see on your screen today and eventually in the ring, but all of the people who work to make this such a very special place. So thank you to all of you who've helped make this possible. Polly, I know there's a question. I see it right here.
Yes, we do have a question for you. First of all, what's the most difficult thing do you find about directing a virtual show?
So because I am so used to gathering in person with artists to create productions, shows, and events, honestly, the most difficult thing is the usual kind of brainstorming or huddling up or just the interaction we have with each other is simply not possible in a virtual setting. We do our best to replicate it. And of course, we're becoming experts in Zoom and how we can actually talk to each other while something is being rehearsed or actually recorded. The most recent thing that I did was helping with Jonathan and Brandon, who you see here, our ringmaster and our poet, record some new segments. And I was on Zoom while they were together live in the room. Polly and Lisa were there live in the room. That is the first time I've ever tried anything like that. And so the distance is, of course, the most difficult aspect of that. But we are doing our absolute best to kind of bridge the divide over the airwaves.
And what do you think the best thing is about having this as a virtual experience?
Well, first of all, I'm just so happy with what the artists have been able to deliver in the way they have shared their acts and their talents. Honestly, during this time, I feel like everyone working in the circus has had to learn how to become their own filmmaker and sometimes their own film crew and everything beyond that. And that is not a typical skill for circus artists. Of course, we're so used to performing live, and to pivot in this way and to have everyone think about this and think, how can I deliver this? What can I do with the camera? How can I show this in a way that is suited to this medium? What is it? What is the experience of doing this for the screen as opposed to for in the tent or on a stage? And I must say, all the artists in Omnium have delivered on that 1,000%. And I'm just so grateful for them and for their enthusiasm for jumping into a whole new world that none of us a year ago would ever have imagined. So that's the thing I've been most excited about.
Excellent. And I'm going to bring in to join us now a few of our company members, starting with one of our new company members. Shanae is going to be joining us on the screen now. Hi, welcome. You can go ahead and unmute yourself.
Hi, thank you so much for having me. I'm so excited to be here with Omnium on World Circus Day.
And can you just describe yourself for our listeners at home?
Yes, my name is Shanae Stiletto, and I am a circus hand balancer, which means I perform mostly upside down, standing on my hands in different flexible, contorted positions. And I have jet black, long, thick hair, styled with a middle part. I'm African American. I'm a woman with caramel skin tone, and I'm wearing a light lilac, long sleeve Victorian style blouse.
And what are you looking forward to about your experience with Omnium?
I'm looking forward to being in the most diverse circus show that I've ever been a part of. And Omnium is so important to me as an African-American acrobat, as a biracial acrobat, wanting to be in environments and situations and experiences in circus where I'm not the only Black performer. I'm usually the first Black acrobat that anyone's ever met. I'm usually the only Black acrobat that people have ever seen. And to be with Omnium, who is innovative with diversity and inclusion in a difficult time in circus, it just shows that they are paving the way for all other circuses to take the cue and know that even though it's a difficult time, you can still innovate, you can still do forward-thinking things within circus and have a circus that reflects the world. And I think that's so beautiful, and I think that's so instrumental in the future of circus in making us all feel included and reflecting the beauty of what the world is.
Thank you and welcome. Stay right there. We're going to bring in our next company member, and this is exciting because I get to announce the man who announces everyone. It's Jonathan Lee Iverson.
Polly, you're doing a fantastic job. I'm a bit jealous because you're better looking than me, and That may put my job in danger here.
So can you just go ahead and introduce yourself and describe yourself?
Absolutely. Welcome, one and all. Welcome, one and all. Step right up. I am Jonathan Lee Iverson. I am privileged to be the voice of this great company, Omnium, a bold new circus. I am also a proud board member of Omnium, a bold new circus. Now, to describe me, I am a very tall man. I'm 6'4" tall, although my son is catching up to me. I'm tall, dark, and handsome. I have a complexion that would be along the lines of nice, chocolatey, and rich. That's it. Think of your most favorite tasty brownie. That's me. I'm bald. I'm bald, and I'm proud. I am wearing my wonderful Omnium t-shirt. It is purple, and I brought a little, I brought an accessory. I'm wearing a wonderful black top hat, which is designed so marvelously. And forgive me because I won't do it justice, but I have a custom-made black top hat made by the one and only Gina Cristiani, a world-famous juggler and costume designer for Gina's Designs. So that's me.
Excellent. Thank you so much. And can you just briefly tell us what does being a part of Omnium mean to you?
Being a part of Omnium is all about broadening the big top. I've always enjoyed the circus, first as a fan, of course, like so many of you. And of course, we know that I had the privilege of being drawn into the circus. You know, the myth is that you run away enjoying, but really the circus calls to you. And many moons ago, the circus called to me, and I became a ringmaster, a voice for one of the most legendary circuses in the world, Ringling Brothers and Barnum and Bailey. I did that for a number of years, met my wonderful wife. We had children. We traveled the rails, traveled all over the country, enjoyed being joy peddlers, meeting children of all ages and of every size, color, shape, you name it. And Omnium really is, for me, a representation of the evolution that is taking place in our country, here in the United States, and in our world. I think Omnium is doing what Circus has always done with regards to the performing arts, and that is lead. We are leading, and we're welcoming artists of every stripe, literally. We're really broadening the tent for our audience and our artists, and I think it's going to really be a grand and fantastic message of normalizing the full humanity of us all. So whether you're whatever language you speak, whatever color you may be, whatever your so-called, let's say, magnificent body may look like, it's all welcome here. And I think this is the first time in the history of circus we can truly say all are welcome.
Wonderful. And next we have Maxime joining us. Hello.
Give me 1 second. Let me clean off my my lens. Hi everyone. So I'm the first one who's speaking through my hands. I'm using sign language, and that is why. It's because I'm deaf. So we have these same shirts on. It's a purple Omnium shirt. My name is Maxime. I'm bald, and I'm using 2 hearing aids. It helps me to hear better. I can hear music. So yes, I use deaf applause in exchange for the clapping hands, because that's deaf culture. I'm happy to see all of you, and it's wonderful to be involved with this Omnium circus. When I was growing up in Russia, I went to the circus often, and it was a magical place where there was so much diversity. You know, kids, adults felt attracted and drawn to this world, and it was so wonderful to be able to see these magical things. And in 2010, I ran away to the circus, It was Cirque du Soleil, and that was a good experience. I enjoyed myself. Now I'm working with you, Omnium. The beautiful thing about Omnium is, well, it's new for me, you know, this kind of diversity with disability and deafness and culture and different people of different races all working together to show their talent and their passion. So really, it's a wonderful experience, and happy World Circus Day. And if you have any questions, Polly, do you have a question for me?
Just, you said, why is Omnium important to you?
Yeah, why is Omnium important to me? I mean, it's hard to find the right words, actually, because Circus is part of our lives, you know, it's attached to me. And this is something, you know, any new things that we get, this is a new family, you know, it's a new connection, new relationship, and it's a new place where we can get together and celebrate the world.
Great, thank you so much.
Thank you.
Next.
Oh, I forgot to add before I go, so sorry. I forgot to add that I'm using reading glasses, just so you know. All right,
Yes.
Thanks so much. Thank you. Take care.
Thank you. And we're bringing with us next a few of the members of the España family. This is a family affair here at Omnium. Welcome back, some of our performers today, and the whole España family is involved. We've got... Are you representing the family today?
Yeah, my sister's coming down.
Sister's coming, Dad's behind the camera. They're all working together. Go ahead and introduce yourselves and describe yourselves, please.
Want to go first? Yes, my name is Elan España. I have short, dark brown hair, dark brown eyes, and I am light skinned.
Hi, I'm Noemi España. I'm Elan's older sister. I have long dark brown hair pulled up into a high pony. I have light brown eyes and a bit of an olive skin tone. And I just did the hula hoops in the show.
Excellent. And what does being a part of Omnium mean to you?
Okay, yes. I'll go. I think it's absolutely wonderful. We grew up in the circus, so for us, this is said in a very nice way. This is all we know, and we just love that we can just bring everybody in. We love meeting new people, and it's going to be absolutely amazing to continue to be different type of people, and because everyone should be included, right? The circus is so diverse, and why shouldn't it be more diverse and have everybody?
Yeah. Exactly what she said.
Excellent. Well, happy World Circus Day to the whole family. And great. And I'm seeing a few questions in the chat, but I'm not seeing anything for particular performers. Anna said that they're wondering if there is a plan for Omnium to be in person at some point. There is. We're going to talk about the future in just a few moments. But we're so glad to have this opportunity to introduce our company members to you. And you heard a lot of our company members discuss, as we've gone through, we've been discussing circus for everyone and truly everyone, and including everyone in the audience, in the company. And one of the ways we do that is with how we have access available for autistic individuals in our audience. And so I'm going to have Lisa come back a little bit to talk about that. It is currently Autism Acceptance Month this April. And we're just going to talk a little bit about what Omnium does to make the circus more accessible for every person, every family.
So one of our challenges in creating our virtual production was, how do we include those who are on the autism spectrum, who are neurodiverse, who have different access needs that aren't necessarily met by the paradigm of a computer. So we have embraced a new technique created by a woman named Shira Yalen. She's from Israel, and it's called the Yalen technique. And we are using what's called a plain language version. So she takes the words that are spoken and creates a different grammatical structure and a different language format, much like a translation to a new language. Like American Sign Language is a new language, a new way of communicating, not a new, a different way of communicating. The same with Spanish. So plain language version is along those lines. And that's how we are able to include our friends who are neurodiverse and who are on the autism spectrum. When we become live, we will have complete sensory adaptations at every single show. We'll have a seating area, which is a sensory reduced seating area. We have a social story now available for download on our website for free. And when we become live, we will also have a calming area. We'll have a lot of different things to make sure that everyone who joins our production feels comfortable. So I'd like to share with you a little clip, because this is about explaining and this is about sharing all the adaptations with all of you. So if you've not had the experience of a plain language version, we're going to show you just a little clip, and then you'll be able to hear Noe speaking both overdubbed and in real life.
So here's Noe España, father of Noemi and Elan. He is wearing a gray top with his sleeveless, and he has a red trim all around it. He is sitting in a wonderful office with a globe light behind him and posters of various circus performances behind him. He's got dark hair.
Great. Can we're going to replay that one more time so that you can hear the plain language version as well. You heard Carl describing it, which is a very important part. And we're having our audio describer so that you can all hear it, whether you're sighted or blind, so that you can experience what everyone experiences, so we can begin to walk in each other's shoes. So,
in the circus, we are from all the world, not a specific place. We have to control our fear. We have to keep doing our things all the time. These are very useful things, even in life.
So that gives you a little bit of clip of what it would feel like if you're watching the plain language version. Every time you log in, you get a choice of whichever version you like. And I encourage all of you to try various access pathways, whether you need them or not, because it's wonderful to be able to experience life through the eyes and the ears and the vision and the comprehension and the heart of each other, because we are one big world.
And now we want to talk a little bit about what is coming next for Omnium. We spoke a little bit before about Omnium Remixed and Remastered, which is our virtual version of the show that we're going to bring back with some new acts. But Lisa, what should we look forward to coming out of Omnium next?
There's a lot to look forward to. We are very, very hopeful that as this pandemic wanes, we will be able to bring our show to you live. We are aiming to be live in the fall. The time will be determined by many factors that are not in our control, such as this pandemic. However, we are planning to be live. We are hoping to begin our tour in New York in one of the parks, and then go on to Washington, D.C., and then on to the Boston area. All of our live shows will also be hybrid. We'll also be live streaming at the same time, and our virtual productions will continue ongoing, reaching out hopefully to schools, to camps, to individuals who aren't able to get out and come to us live in a tent. Maybe you live in California, maybe you live in England. We will continue to include as many, many people as possible. Before we get to that point, over the summer, if you are having a community gathering, if you'd like to show Omnium on the big screen, please get in touch with us. We are happy to share with you any way we possibly can. So there's a lot of exciting things happening. If you are not already on our mailing list, please join. We'll keep everybody updated on our mailing list. We're not sending out too many. I'm trying to keep them. We're doing one a week, except for this week when I had to tell you about the live. But we will keep everyone posted on our mailing list, through our website, through our social media channels. If you'd like to join us in any way, if you have something to offer and are interested in becoming a part of Team Omnium, please email us through the link on our website. If you have a corporation and feel like you'd make a great partner, there's wonderful sponsorship opportunities available. Anyway, we are definitely team players here at Omnium. Our shirts are all made for us by a company called Spectrum Design, which we're very proud to be partnering with. So there's lots of wonderful, wonderful things on the horizon. If you have any questions, please feel free to reach out to us.
Excellent. And we are, like I said before, if you would like to make a donation, we are a 501c3 not-for-profit. We're running a random acts of kindness campaign right now, which basically means we invite you to either buy a ticket for someone you know who you think will really enjoy, or to donate the cost of a ticket, which is $25, so that we can bring people to see the show who otherwise would not have access to it. We are working with school groups, we're working with community organizations all throughout the country, and your support helps us make our Omnium Remixed Remastered, helps us bring the circus to more people, helps us get down the road, as we say in Circus, to the live version, which none of us, including everyone here on the live stream today, can wait to see. We cannot wait to share it with you. So please consider making a donation to Omnium. You can go to omniumcircus.org/donate. Now, later, whenever the mood strikes you, practice a little random act of kindness. Send a stranger to the circus. And we're going to bring on another performance in just a moment. We're going to bring back the España family with a different performance this time. So sit back, relax, enjoy this live, once-in-a-lifetime opportunity to see what's next.
All right, so we're back with the legendary España family, and now we're going to have Elan España doing what's called the Diablos. This is so inventive and interesting, and prepare to get your mind blown. Back in their magical enchanted forest, please welcome Elan España! And there he is. He's walking toward the center. There is a pair of sunglasses on top of what looks like a jump rope, and something red underneath it. Oh, it's circular on two ends, and it looks like an hourglass. He catches it in the jump rope. He spins it around his body, in the front, in the back. It's going up and down. It is balanced on the jump rope. Spinning it over his head and around his body. Oh, he kicks his leg back and forward. He kicks his leg back again. He spins it over and over like a yo-yo, like a top. It's spinning over next to his body. Spinning, he turns. He moves it to the left, to the right. He moves it over his head, around his body. He spins again. It's up, it's down, it's all the way high in the air. He throws it up and he catches it with the jump rope. He crosses his legs over and in front of it. He spins it and he watches it go up and down. He spins his body and he also spins it around his body. He comes really close to the camera and smiles. He's spinning it around his back, now his front. He's using both arms to hold each side of the jump rope, and it spins around under his legs and the back of his body. He throws it up in the air again and catches it. And he throws it again and catches it with one arm holding the jump rope. That was pretty cool. He smiles, looks to all of us. He's wearing the sunglasses that way. He's walking all the way to the left when he's throwing them up in the air. Oh, he did a somersault. He did a handstand. He threw the Diablo up in the air as he did the cartwheel and the somersault. He throws it up in the air again, and he jump ropes. And he catches it. He's holding his arms left and right. Okay, he's holding it still in front of his body. He throws it all the way up and he does a backflip. He lands and he catches it in the air. Throws it up again and catches it in the jump rope. He spins again, it spins again, it spins again. He keeps spinning, but the Diablo stays in front of him the whole time. Amazing. The Diablo was suspended in midair as he kept spinning and catching it, spinning and catching it. Now he is doing hand over fist, hand over Diablo, holding the jump rope with each hand. He's throws it up, catches it in front of him as it spins. He is now spinning it vertically in front of him and around his head toward the top. He spins it around. Oh, and he does a spin with his legs kicking up behind him. He spins around again with Diablo encircling his body. He spins to the back. He throws it up in the air. He catches it with a jump rope, and he does a little dance move and comes all the way close to the camera. He holds one hand up, does one more, one finger. He now has two Diablos, two of those red little circular cups. He has one in the jump rope, going up and down, as he normally does. It's spinning and spinning as it spins up and down vertically on the jump rope. Now he puts the second one on. Second Diablo on the jump rope. And now they're spinning around each other. He's throwing his wrist up and down as they spin in a circular motion around his elbow. They're spinning and spinning. Spinning over his ankle, over his knee, around his knee. In a circular motion, the rotations just keep on going. They're rotating around each other and around him as he moves his wrist frantically and frenetically around as they spin in a beautiful formation. They spin around each other over his head and now in front of his body, in front of his knees, and they're slowing and going faster and slower, faster and slower. He throws one and then puts one up in the air. He's now juggling the Diablo with the jump rope. He does a spin and catches them again. He keeps catching them one by one. He does a double spin and catches them again on the jump rope. Now they continue to spin over and over around on the jump rope. He throws one up in the air as he releases one to the ground. He catches it with his right hand and throws his arms out, smiles. Wow, amazing. Thank you a lot. Oh, now he holds three fingers up in the air, and he takes three clear Diablos, puts them in front of him. He takes one of them, he puts it on to a hulu, onto the jump rope. He takes the second Diablo, puts it on the jump rope, and now he's spinning them around in front of him very fast, around each other and around him, in front of him about his waist and knee length. And then he takes the third Diablo, and he actually holds it under his arm as he's spinning the others. He's getting the momentum going as they're spinning. And now they're spinning in a circular motion. And he puts the third one on, and the third one stays at the top while the other two are spinning. Now all three are spinning, and all three are spinning into the air, very high above the trees. And he catches each one in the jump rope one at a time. And now they're all back on the jump rope, spinning over and over in a circular motion. He throws a couple up in the air and catches them. And they keep spinning in front of his body, chest level, now waist level, and now he's kneeling on the ground as they spin. He continues spinning over and over as he moves, flicks his wrists left and right. He throws them in the air and catches them with one hand. He smiles and holds them over his head. Amazing. Thank you, Alon Espana. He's waving. Bye, Alon.
That was amazing.
Woo!
We have so much talent, so much heart, so much passion in our virtual and hopefully soon in our real tent. I just wanted to take a minute to show you what the tent looks like, where we're headed when we can finally be in person live again. All right. And we've had a great time with all of you today.
Where'd it go?
We're bringing our friends back.
As we do that, as we're bringing all of our friends, there's everybody. For all of you in our audience today, if you do have any further questions, please go ahead and type them into the chat. And just, I wanted to say thank you to everyone who is on screen and who is off screen, creating this incredible, amazing, and this company, this Omni family, there's no way. Our Omnium family, our board members, our staff, our company, our performers, we are all so grateful for all of you in the audience who have joined us today, who are joining us for our show, who are considering being involved in every way. I see a couple of you out there that I know have been to a bunch of different shows. And we're just so grateful to all of you for welcoming Omnium into your homes, and grateful for our whole company. So thank you. Thank you, everyone.
So if you're interested in seeing the show, please head on over to omniumcircus.org/tickets. We are running their shows today. You can, if you're inspired, go get a ticket right now. We do have groups available. We have schools coming. We have a great study guide for our school groups or our families who want to learn more about science and history and inclusion in circus. Like we mentioned before, if you're interested in becoming a sponsor, please get in touch with us. Email info@omniumcircus.org. And if you are able, please donate so we can keep making great circus. Thank you so much all for joining us today with our wonderful, amazing Omnium Circus family. And from our family to yours,
Ready?
happy World Circus. Oh, wait, ready? 1, 2, 3. Happy Circus Day! Thank you, everyone.
Happy World Circus Day!